Okay, okay. So it wasn't streaming. Now I need to see if it is streaming part two. Um, go live. Six. Okay. I am gonna test chat real quick because I think I got it to work. Oh, that's actually really freaking cool. Okay. So, so Will Smith had just made an apology video, or like not an apology video, like he did an apology for slapping the crap out of Chris Rock. You know, the guy that made Everybody Hates Chris. So I am gonna react to it. Um, if you don't get to see this on time, just like rewatch the stream or whatever. Hopefully, this shows up in people's what's the word called? This shows up in people's recommended. Um, but yeah, so pretty much. Hold on, I'm just gonna open up stream to like see. Okay, where hopefully this shows up in. Okay. So everything's working. Um, yeah, I'm gonna react to Will Smith addressing Chris Rock slap and it's basically his apology video. We're gonna look for the longest one though. ABC ABC 7 instead of ABC 57. That might be the one. Dude, this guy was on top of it. Okay, I'm gonna react to this, and I'm gonna react to this. It's been a minute. Over the last few months, I've been doing a lot of work, thinking, and personal work. You asked a lot of fair questions that I wanted to take some time to answer. So, basically, even though this topic is like the more irrelevant than my dead grandma or my parents' like marriage because they're divorced, um, he is finally doing an apology video, which like as anybody that's ever been on YouTube ever knows that those usually don't go well. I just turned my volume up a little bit so it's hopefully it's not ear raping you, but like I would appreciate if I'm able to be heard over a video. So yeah.
Mhm.
It's crazy knowing that was Fresh Prince of Bel Air.
Why didn't you apologize to Chris in your acceptance speech? Um, I was fogged out by that point.
What does that mean?
It's all fuzzy. I've reached out to Chris, and the message that came back is that he's not ready to talk, and when he is, he will reach out. Um, so I will say to you, Chris, I apologize to you. My behavior was unacceptable, and I'm here whenever you're ready to talk.
Okay, all the bull caggle aside, bull caggle is something I say instead of bull sh. Anyways, all the bull caggle aside, it does actually take like a strong man to be able to apologize, so I can respect him for that. But at the same time, I feel like if he was, listen, this is my hot take on it, which is probably gonna be super controversial or whatever for like the 3 people that watch me. But my hot take on it is if he was actually sorry, he would have apologized like way before the summertime because I remember when this happened, it was in the middle of the school year. So if he wanted to, well, like near the end of the school year. So if he wanted to apologize, he wouldn't have apologized near the end of summer. I mean, come on now.
Um, I want to apologize to Chris's mother. I saw an interview that Chris's mother did, and that was one of the things about that moment. I just didn't realize, and I wasn't thinking, but how many people got hurt in that moment. So I want to apologize to Chris's mother. I want to apologize to Chris's family, specifically Tony Rock. You know, we had a great relationship. You know, Tony Rock was my man. Um,
It was
and this
that was his man.
this is probably irreparable. Um, I spent the last 3 months replaying and understanding the nuances and the complexities of what happened
There was nothing that complex. He made a joke about your wife and you pimp slapped him. I mean, come on now.
in that moment. Um, and I'm not going to try to unpack all of that right now, but I can say to all of you, there is no part of me that thinks that was the right way to behave in that moment.
That's Cap. Also, I am kind of on Will Smith's side here. He is by. Okay, so when it's only Will Smith and Chris Rock, he is the antagonist, 100%. But when it's Will Smith and literally everyone else, he is for sure the protagonist. If any. I haven't been keeping up with the lore of Will Smith IRL. Oh. But I have noticed that Will Smith has it pretty rough because Jada Smith kind of sucks literal dog nuts as like a relationship partner. I don't know if they broke up or anything, but Will Smith is kind of a simp because he's still with her. From what I know, she definitely like has mingled with other men while they were married. So yeah, I understand why Will Smith is kind of depressed.
There's no part of me that thinks that's the optimal way to handle a feeling of disrespect or insults. After Jada rolled her eyes, did she tell you to do something? No. Um, it's like, you know, I made a choice on my own from my own experiences,
He just went from being super deep to smiling, and he sounds kind of like peppy.
from my history with Chris. Jada had nothing to do with it.
Minus the part where it
I'm
was a joke
sorry,
about her.
babe. I'm going to say sorry to my kids and my family for the heat that I brought on all of us.
Okay, let's just ignore the fact that it was literally what caused that was Chris Rock making a joke about his wife. But okay, bud.
To all my fellow nominees, you know, this is a community. It's like I won because you voted for me, and it really breaks my heart to have stolen and tarnished your moment. Um,
Owned.
I can still see Questlove's eyes. You know, it happened on Questlove's award, and
Will Smith is weirdly photogeneric. I think that's the word. Because anytime I pause it, I can't get any of like. Okay, so you know how when you pause like a movie or like a video, and there's usually like that weird angle that the actor's on where they're in the middle of talking and their mouth is like wide open and it's just funny. I can't. I've never been able to do that to Will Smith.
you
Also, I think his jawline is a lot less chiseled than it used to be when he was younger. Maybe it's just because I've been watching a lot of Fresh Prince of Bel Air.
know, it's like I'm sorry really isn't sufficient. What would you say to the people who looked up to you before the slap, or people who expressed that you let them down?
Who is writing these? What kind of person? He didn't let anyone down. He literally just pimp slapped someone because they made a joke about his wife. I mean, that's pretty fair. I would do the same thing. Well, in this instance, obviously, I wouldn't do the same thing because I mean that's just ballsy, I guess. But like, if somebody was making a joke about my girlfriend that like made her super upset, then obviously I would have pimp slapped them. I mean, I probably would not pimp slap. I'd probably give them a talk, and like if they're still being a jerk and like I don't know. If the way I work with fights is somebody has to hit me first, so I probably wouldn't have fought them, but I would have like messed with them like mentally. I guess I don't know. I just operate different.
Um, so there's two things. One, disappointing people is my central trauma. I hate when I let people down. So it hurts. It hurts me psychologically and emotionally to know I didn't live up to people's image and impression of me. And the work I'm trying to do is I am deeply remorseful, and I'm trying to be remorseful without being ashamed of myself, right? I'm human, and I made a mistake, and I'm trying not to think of myself as a piece of shit. So I would say to those people, I know it was confusing. I know it was shocking. But I promise you, I am deeply devoted and committed to putting light and love and joy into the world. And, you know, if you hang on, I promise we'll be able to be friends again.
Well, I mean, considering literally every single movie that he's ever made, they're pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. So I don't really care if he pimp slapped Chris Rock. And I've seen a lot of videos reacting to not Chris Rock, to Will Smith just as like his life in general. And every single one of them, Will Smith is usually the guy that's getting like screwed over. You know what I mean? So I wish him the best of luck. But I am going to go watch that comedy video because that dude like was on top of it. So basically, those texts said the exact same thing that the other texts said. It's just he had that sped up a little bit because I doubt he was trying to waste 12 minutes just sitting there.
Do you mind making the text a little bit bigger? Can't really see. Yeah. Why didn't you apologize to Chris in your acceptance speech? At the time of the speech, I really didn't feel the need to apologize to Chris. And if I'm going to be honest, I still don't feel the need to apologize to him. He should have kept my wife's name out his mouth.
That's fair.
I reached out to Chris and the message came back. He's not ready to fight, and when he is, he'll get back to me. One thing I do want to apologize is sneaking him like that. That wasn't cool. But like I said, Chris, I'm here whenever you're ready. We could throw hands. Chris's mother, I should have slapped your son harder than that. You know, shout out to Chris's brother who actually reached out to me and said that slap was amazing. Nah, the fake crying's not working. For the past 3 months, I've been watching the video over and over again, just thinking in my head different ways I really could have slapped the shit out of him. Like, I could have hit him with one. After Jada rolled her eyes, did she ask you to do something? Honestly, no. It's just the embarrassment of everything that was going on with the whole entanglement situation. I started picturing you-know-whose face on Chris, and I'm like, yo, what would you say to...
Okay, so whoa. Okay, so I'm right. I was right. So she did get freaky with another dude.
people who looked up to you before the slap? Look, man, if somebody got your wife's name in their mouth, just smack the No, this crying thing is still not working. Lastly, I just want to apologize to all my family and supporters, and to Chris. If you can apologize to me, I would really appreciate that. And I promise you, maybe one day in the future, we can be friends again. And I won't slap you. Thank you.
Moments later, oh, okay.
Yeah, that's the one right there, man. Chris?
Revenge! That was a Revenge of the Sith moment, let's be honest here. So I'm just gonna check up on my stream. I literally doubt anybody's watching it. But I'm gonna check up. Okay, so the chat is definitely not active. Oh, I got a notification. Oh, it's Flamingo. Okay, I don't feel like watching Flamingo right now. Oh my god, moist critical penguin Z0. He did a thing on it.
Today, Will Smith posted a YouTube apology video for slapping Chris Rock at the Oscars, And when I saw it, I had to scratch my head and wonder why. It happened so long ago. I was confused. Why is he apologizing now?
That's the exact same thing that I was asking. What?
I felt like Robin Williams coming out of Jumanji asking what year it was. And then I remembered that that happened this year. It was 4 months ago that Will Smith slapped Chris Rock's head clean off his shoulders at the Oscars.
Yeah, dude, ain't that crazy? It was this year and it feels like 2 years ago.
He turned an award ceremony into a public execution when he blasted Chris Rock to Valhalla, just banishing him to the Shadow Realm with a slap.
Something I didn't notice previously when I was watching it was that sigh. What? Why?
Oh, baby, that's right. He starts this with the most generic YouTuber apology intro imaginable. A slow walk into a big sigh right before getting into the actual apology. Textbook. He's clearly been trained by some of the YouTuber apology greats like Logan Paul, Laura Lee, Tati. I mean, this is perfect.
Lucky Landy? Bro, I'm sorry, but what is that profile picture? Hold up. Hold on. I gotta figure out how to open your channel. Alright. Okay. Hold on. I'm a tad bit slow in the brain area.
I mean, this is
Go to channel. Bro.
perfection here. Every box of YouTuber apology cliche gets ticked immediately except for one. He didn't bring his dog into it. A lot of YouTubers like to bring in an animal in order to, deflect some of the criticism with cuteness with the animal. Will Smith unfortunately must have forgot that prop this time around, but everything else he nails.
Why didn't you apologize to Chris in your acceptance speech?
Why did not Will Smith, why did Moist Critical stretch him?
I was fogged out by that point.
Again, what does that mean?
It's all fuzzy.
So the main thing he's doing in the apology video here is answering questions that people have asked over the last 4 months. And again, I have to wonder why even bother. It's been 4 months on internet time. That's basically ancient history. Like, that's back there with like Y2K now. Most people have moved on and forgotten about it. So it's a little weird to be this tardy to the party with addressing these things. Now, of course, I understand this was like a career-ruining moment for him, so he wants to do his best to be perceived positively again, both by movie execs as well as the general public. So if he really did feel strongly enough that he wants to apologize, then all power to him. But anyway, the first question that he addresses here is one that I don't think anyone with half a brain ever asked in the first place. Why didn't you apologize to Chris during your acceptance speech? The answer should be pretty obvious if you...
Okay, so I can already tell what he's about to say the answer was. It's because he was butthurt. That's literally all that is. I have to go, which kind of sucks. Literally anytime I get ready to start streaming, something gets in the way. I've been trying to stream all week, and every time I just go to click start, I have to go to work. I have to do chores. My little brother will go in my room and be like, "Hey man, I need you to help me out with something." It'll be one thing or the other. So I'm gonna stop streaming now.